TommyInnit, you are 16 and you get to play with Technoblade. Meanwhile, I have to go and unpack my dishwasher and do gardening and chores. That is my entire YouTube comment section at the moment, especially with all my new videos. Now, I'll be honest with you. You know what? First of all, I still have to unpack the dishwasher every 5 minutes, all right? I'm still a child, but it is true. I am 15 and I do get to speak to the greats like Technoblade, but I wasn't always, you know, some hot shot. No, I wasn't always some pog boy from Britain. So I thought today it would be nice to chill on a bit of Bed Wars, talk to you, and tell you all about my first experiences, my first time becoming best friends with YouTubers. Because I'll tell you now, here's the thing about me. I have been watching so many YouTubers for so long. I watched Technoblade for years before I became his mate. So today, I'm going to be telling you all about my first encounters with them. And let me tell you, some of them were pretty great, pretty worthwhile, pretty memorable. Now, if you have a favorite YouTuber, I'll go through them. I know what you crafty viewers are like, so don't click off. Sorry, I'm just fighting this man in Bed Wars, but oh, he's okay. If you are on the tube yet and you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. You see the child there? Leave a like. Subscriber coming up at 169,000, so it's pork. So please scroll down, subscribe, leave a like. It's like 3 seconds, all right? Anyway, you all want to know, and I know I'll start with him. I'm not going to make you watch Rages. How I first met Technoblade. It was a very funny story. So it was an early winter's morning in about November, December, and I was kind of chilling. It was before school, about 7 a.m., and I was just chilling on Skyblock. And now, on Skyblock, the game that Technoblade, the 1.5 million subscriber YouTuber, for any of you normies that don't know, comes from, he mainly plays Skyblock. He's got a profile with Time Dio, Hasko. Hasko, that's an important name. So I was on, and now Technoblade's been doing his big potato war for a little while, all right? He's been going around harassing this little child about potatoes. So I was chilling before school. Tenny was talking about potatoes. So he was having his big potato war. Now, this was before school and a couple weeks before SMP Earth. You know, the big SMP? I had about 90,000 subscribers, and I've been watching Techno for a while at this point, all right? We're talking a couple years. I wasn't his biggest fan, but hey, I liked his stuff, and I'd love to talk to him. The thing about Techno is he's renowned for being incredibly antisocial. Yeah. And I see Hasko talking to Technoblade on the island, because they had their island to friends only. I visit, and I see him, and I go, oh my god, that's so... You know, as everyone would. And then he leaves. And I go, hey, Hasko, I'm good at Skyblock. Do you think I could help with the potato war? And Hasko goes, well, I don't know. I don't really want to message Channel. And I'm like, no, Hasko, I'm really good at Minecraft. I can help with the potato war. And Hasko's a bit like, okay, well, okay, I'll message Techno about your name. And I'm like, yes. I have revenant flesh to give him. So I'm kind of freaking out, like, holy. And so, by this point, about 8:15, I have to get out of this house, all right? I can't stay gaming for too much longer, editing. So I'm on my phone on the way to school, listening to the Lunch Club podcast. And I'm thinking, holy crap, is this it? Is this it? And then I see the little pop-up. You got a new Discord friend. And I go, oh, I wonder who's accepted my friend request. And you know how on Discord it has either send friend request or send message? And it says, Techno, send message. And I go, ah! And then I'm walking to school. I ring my friend Bad Linen. I'm like, Freddy, so this was about 7 in the morning. He was fast asleep. I go, Freddy, Technoblade just added me on Discord. He goes, yeah, okay. Tom, this is very funny. I'm trying to sleep here. You're taking the piss. I'm like, no, Freddy, please. Actually, just ask. He goes, oh, really? Okay. And so I text Techno. I text him like, hey, Technoblade. I've watched a couple of your videos now and then. You're okay of a YouTuber. Whilst I'm typing this, I'm like this. And I'm like, I'm like, hey, watch a couple of your videos. Pretty good stuff. Heard you need my help with the potato war. And he goes, yeah, I do. And he just sends me this document, this really, like, well laid out document. It's like this incredibly intense, judicious plan of how he's going to take down Squid Kid. And I go, oh, okay, well, I wasn't really anticipating you to send me this. And he goes, yeah, if you're going to need revenant flesh. And I'm like, yeah, sure, okay. So a couple days pass. You know, I'm still kind of freaking out. I mean, man, play it cool. So I go, okay, hey, man, read through a bit of your doc. You know, I've been reading it every day for the past, a year. So I go, oh, hey, maybe I've got some revenant flesh for you. And he goes, okay, I'll get on. Maybe a week later. So I told you I was going through my exams. This point, it was the morning before my physics exam. Now, I'm a kind of a god at school. You know, for any Americans, I get grade 9s on English, which is the top grade. But there are, you know, maybe two subjects that I'm not so great at. Maths, science. My science exam is coming up in about 30 minutes. And I mean, actually, 30 minutes. I'm like, okay, I should be revising. But Technoblade is right there and he needs my revenant flesh. I'm going to go on Hypixel. So I log on to Hypixel. And I go, hey, man, want a VC? He goes, okay. And I VC Technoblade. And it's pretty chill. I tell him, hey, I should be revising for my physics exam. And he's like, yeah, where's the revenant flesh? And I go, anything for you, Technoblade? And then I log on and I give him some revenant flesh and I secure the /F, which was later removed in the video, the Technoblade scam, but it was still Pog. And so I'm going, oh, that just happened. I spoke to Technoblade. So I'm kind of freaking out. Like, I did it. I spoke to him. And then I gave it to him. I gave him the Revenant Flesh. And then after that, we kind of, I got invited to this Minecraft server called SMP Earth. Kind of became best friends, of course. So yes, that's when I first spoke to the Blade. And I'll tell you what, I did then have a 2-hour-long physics exam. And I didn't overperform in it. I didn't excel. I mean, it might have had something to do with the fact that I spoke to my childhood hero 30 minutes before. And I didn't revise any of the equations because I was too busy giving him Revenant Flesh. But it was great. And so that was my first interaction with Technoblade. As you all know, then we became best friends, went on to SMP Earth. It was easy. That was the first time. Now, I've noticed a lot of my stream chat are spamming the word stan or simp. I'm going to tell you now, with all these YouTubers, I'm going to tell you, the majority of them start with me being a stan or simp. So please get that out of the way. So next, the stream chat wants to know about how I first met Time Dio. My first interaction with Dio was amusing. I've been watching Dio for quite some time. I thought his content was all right. So this was before Hypixel Skyblock, when all there was just Bed Wars. And I was still doing comedy Hypixel skits, all right? I've known Dio for a while. My first ever proper interaction with him, I'd done a couple YouTuber events, but the first time I remember seeing him was when he was streaming on his second channel. And I was like, oh, okay, he's streaming. Maybe he knows who I am. So I go into his stream chat and say, hey, Time Dio, do you think you could /F me on Hypixel? Now, for anyone that isn't aware, you've got a friends list system on Hypixel, which is like the closest way to find someone. All right, that if someone's your friend on Hypixel, they're your friend. So he was streaming. This was, again, before school, about 7 a.m. on his second channel, with only about 30 or 40 viewers. And I said, hey, Dio, do you think you could friend me on Hypixel? And he said in his very Dio-y voice, sorry, man, I don't... Tommy? Is that TommyInnit? Sorry, man, I don't really F-ad on Hypixel anymore. So I go, oh, all right. Okay. That's fine. So I don't talk to Dio for a while. And then I'm chilling on Twitter. And I notice Dio's 75-star Bed Wars montage has 75,000 views. So I go, oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's going to make a good tweet. So I tweet Dio, hey, Dio, don't know if you saw this, but it's on there. Now, at this point, I'd grown a bit. I had about 4,000 subscribers. I was, making my way up. So I message it. I tweet that. And then Dio likes it. He goes, lol, and follows me back. Pog, I got the follow back from Time Dio. So I'm there like, oh, okay. What, yo, hey, Bad Lily. I basically, in all of these stories, at some point, I ring Bad Lily to let him know what's happened. And I go, hey, he just followed me back. And he's like, oh, that's really cool. So I messaged Dio. Now, I'm very upfront when it comes to YouTubers. I think most YouTubers I ask if they'll add me, if they want to call sometime. I don't take it lightly. So I go, hey, man, can I get you on Discord? And he goes, I mean, I don't really use Discord very often. He was basically, saying, no, politely no. But I go, oh, well, that's fine. Here's my name and tag. You should have add me. And he goes, well, I mean, I'm usually on TeamSpeak. And I go, no, please add me. And he goes, okay. And then Dio answers me. So I've got him as a Discord friend on Discord. That means you got him on Twitter and on Discord. That means they can't just unfollow you. So he friends me on Discord. We don't talk for a while. And then comes the day of reckoning. I'm sat... I think it was sat in the doctor's. I can't remember why. But just chilling on my phone. And I notice the little follow button next to Time Dio's name on Twitter. It's gone. I go... What? So me being the, the very upfront person that I am, I message him saying, Dio, sorry if I upset you, guy. I didn't do anything wrong, but if I did, I'm sorry. And he goes, oh yeah, my bad. Just meant to unfollow you. I didn't mean, I have no idea how that happened. He obviously, he unfollowed me, but it's fine. It's fine. He still says to this day that he didn't, but I know he did. I just know. And so he follows me back. And then, I can't remember. I think I speak to Dio a bit more. Hypixel releases Skyblock. Dio gets 1 trillion views whilst I'm banned. Then I get unbanned, start getting 1 trillion views. What do you know? We come deal this Midas sword, get 700,000 views. We're very good friends. It is kind of easy clap. And that's how I became Time Dio's best friend. Where is the Aqua base? Because I still need to go get his bed. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So, how I met Wilbur. You all want to know, huh? My first meeting with Wilbur was a really nice one. Day 2 of SMP Earth, the Minecraft server that basically made my Twitch and my Twitter. It had just started. And I see, late at night, I'm streaming. Wilbur's just ended. No. Before then. First time, it's about 6 o'clock. Wilbur's streaming, I'm streaming. He's fighting Grunk. I must go do war. He's doing war, guys. I must go help Wilbur Sud. So I go over. It's all done by then, but I've arrived because on SMP Earth, it took about 20 minutes to go anywhere by plane. So I was like, I'm not getting no content out of this. So I say, hello, Wilbur. I do a bit of a funny bit. It was fine. It wasn't too great. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best first impression. But he's streaming. I'm like, okay. That was all right. But you've got to remember, at this point, this is the point where I was at the end of my, what's it called? Cloth with Skyblock. All right, I was so sick of it. I was trying to milk it of content. So I was a little bit like, okay, I'm not really sure. I was so in the mindset of everything is content whenever, all the time. I wasn't very relaxed. So I was a little upfront about it, a little bit pushy with the content, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Now, I don't speak to Wilbur after that for only a couple hours. It was pretty easy, though. It was pretty nice. No, it wasn't great, wasn't terrible. So then later on, I've been streaming for a lot of hours. Maybe it might have even been the next day. Wilbur's just finished streaming. Charlie Sutt and Wilbur. Now, if you don't know, Wilbur Sutt used to run like this big-ass channel. He has 1 million subscribers now, called Sutt House, where they reviewed Reddit videos, and he was in there. I go, oh, okay. Let's go join. And I join, and boys, I'm pretty funny. You already know I'm an incredibly funny character. But now, I was peak funniness. Now, Wilbur, I didn't actually know at the time I was recording. And I was doing this ironic bit where at the time I'd say, hey, Wilbur, will you put this in the highlights, Wilbur? Because I didn't actually think he was recording. So he was recording. And he uploads all that footage called The Lamest Alliance. And it gets 700,000 views. I'm like, oh, okay. And my friends at school were like, wait a sec. I was like, yeah. It was pretty cool. A lot of my school started finding out about my channel. It was kind of okay. You know, they found me through Wilbur, so it was all right. Then that night, me and Wilbur and Charlie, we go to murder Sea Scoop and Trav. Well, we didn't go to murder Sea Scoop and Travish. I was a bit pushy, and I murdered them. Kind of pissed them off, I think. So Wilbur was like, hey, mate, really good. Maybe don't go around murdering people. I'm like, you're right, Wilbur. I like it. And then I messaged Wilbur on Discord after that, following me back on Twitter. Became his friend, now best friend. Now we're best friends. So my meeting with Wilbur was pretty easy. But Wilbur's a very, very, very nice guy. He's very mysterious, but he's very nice. Who next? Jay Schlatt. My first meeting with Jay Schlatt was pretty awesome. So I had been watching Jay Schlatt for a while. I'm a very big fan of Jay Schlatt's content. Still am. And I was watching it, and I was like, oh, he has a Patreon. I'm going to become a patron. So I pay him a $10 a month. I'm like, you know, it's like a Twitch sub, but more personal for people who are also content creators. And he has this sub Discord where you can talk in it and you could reply. Now he's deleted his Patreon now, but he had a Patreon with a Discord. So I join it and I go, hey. And I write a big question on one of his posts about how he does his thumbnails. He tells me. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Next, I make a video that I'm very proud of. A video that kind of changed my channel called Every Minecraft YouTuber Ever. You guys remember that video? It was one of my best videos ever. It was the part 2 of a series I've been doing for a while. And in it, I did some impressions. And so because, you know, I'm an editor at heart, I'm no streamer. This kind of accidentally got big on accident over at Twitch. Hey, you're on the tube. Come over to the Twitch, please. I'm streaming every day. And so I asked Schlatt, hey, man, I think you could check out my channel. Would really appreciate it. He goes, yeah. No. At this point, though, I'd already made that video. It was a while in the future. I got just about 20k on Skyblock. My channel's really starting to pick up now, all of a sudden. And I'm like, oh, okay. Reckon you could watch it? And he does. And he gives me so nice feedback. And he gives me this whole thing about, you know, in his little Discord with only about 20 members in the little patron bit. Says, hey, man, you're doing really good. I'm like, oh, thanks. Thanks, Jay. And I'm like, whoa. That's awesome. And it's really cool. It was really cool for me. He was very nice. And then, about a month later, I did a YouTuber event called Winner Takes All that Jay Schlatt was actually in. The VOD's still up on his VOD's channel, where I kind of interact with him. But I almost joined as VC, but I didn't. At this point, I had about 17k. I think this was right before the Patreon. That was the first time I was ever in, like, an event thing with him. And then, one morning. Now, the thing about Twitter is I tweet a lot. I tweet every day, and I don't do very poorly on Twitter. Obviously, on Twitter, I was chilling. I used to check when I had about 800 followers who'd follow me every day. So I was checking one morning. Again, it's the first thing I did when I woke up. Just had a shower, sat down, checking who'd follow me. And lo and behold, Jay Schlatt. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I wasn't like freaking out. I was like, wow. Because I didn't have many followers at all at this point. So I was like, damn. He just, okay. Then I jammed him. We talked a bit. We called once. It was cool. It was really, really pog. And obviously, as you know, the thing is with these people, they're all incredibly busy, unlike me. So, you know, I don't get to see it, but it was very nice. But no, to answer all your questions as well, because I know that there's a See that? Oh my god, sorry, no, comments. I get a lot of comments as well, because I did have a meme going on a bit that I was a Schlatt stan. And honestly, just in regard to you all, no, I am not. I do really like his content. I do really, I think it's great. But would I ever want to set my profile picture as him and go, oh, he's baby? Not at all. That's kind of weird, champ, for me. So I'm in no way a stan. Just to clarify to you all, that all keep saying it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with stans, but personally, it's not what I would do. But anyway, that's how I met Schlatt. It was pretty chill. Why don't I tell you all about how I met my friend Tubbo? If you guys don't know Tubbo, up-and-coming YouTuber. He's got like 5,000, but he's been in a lot of my videos. Now, the thing about Tubbo is, I met Tubbo when I was very, very small. And I mean, I hadn't even started YouTube at this point. I had just over 1,000 on Twitch. And I just happened, one day, this is when I used to just host anyone. I just hosted Tubbo on Twitch. And he was like, thanks. videos. And then I add him on Discord because I'm like, oh, I like this guy's streams. And so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks, man. And then I add him. So me, Tubbo, and Bad Linny become friends. And then I shit you not, I had this one night where I was really worried that Tubbo was a better streamer than me and that he'd pass me. But then iPixel Skybot came out and it was fine because basically one time I raided Tubbo and then I streamed and less of my viewers came to my stream and stayed in his stream. And I was like, no, I've just shot myself. I've killed my career. But I was fine. I was just, I was dumb. Tubbo's great, though. So, yes, that's how I met Tubbo. And then me and Tubbo became good friends. Then me, Tubbo, Rudy, and Bad Linu went to a gaming event called Insomnia and met up IRL and had Subway. There's a photo of us, Insomnia, of all of us eating a Subway. And that was the first time we met. That was pretty awesome. So then me, Tubbo, and Rudy made a group chat. We made our Skybot profile together. By that point, we'd all became very good friends. So it was Pog. And then now I have a group chat with Tubbo. I don't think I've not been in a call with Tubbo for the past 2 months. Every day. Like, he just always picks up every call. Tubbo's great. Good friend of mine. Who next, chat? We've already said Techno, but if you've got this far into the video, you want to know the other Techno. How I met Pigacle. Pigacle was the first ever big YouTuber I ever became friends with. Now, Pigacle had a Discord server. And one of the ways that I used to think, hey, this is how I'm going to become best friends with YouTubers, is I join their Discord and ask for the media rank or creator rank. And I go in and I got creator rank in Pigacle's Discord. So I'm like, oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. Oh, for God's sake, how does he make it into it? No, I'm not letting him ruin my story time. And so Pigacle's in there. I talk a couple of times. Pigacle sees me. He doesn't add me on Discord. But I'm like, oh, okay, this is awesome. And now at this point, I'm a streamer. 2K followers. I do this thing where I go around lobbies going, please join TommyInnit. Huge party. And everyone thinks I'm a scumbag, which, fair enough, I was. Now, Pigacle, I remember when I got his /F on Hypixel. Now, I was chilling. I really was chilling. And I noticed, oh, Pig, he's doing a little recording event where he does hide and seek. Oh, that sounds cool. And the winners get a /F on Hypixel. And I'm like, oh, I need it. Now is my chance. So I go on and I wait, I shit you not, for 2 hours to get a /F from Pigacle on Hypixel. And I do it, and I almost win. I get into the point where, they /F you if you do it. And he doesn't /F me. Now I'm pissed. I go, Pig. I go to one of his admins. I go, hey, he didn't friend me, right? I won the tournament. I'm like the little pettiest little 12-year-old there could have been. And I go, hey. It's my... And then Pig friends me. And I go, thank you, Pigacle. Thank you. And so, I'm like, okay. And so I, Really? Apple Knox, are you? No, I'm deleting Apple Pog. You suck. So anyway, Pigacle adds me. I talk in his Discord more. I finally secured a friend. He comes on one of my streams. There's this very awkward on-stream moment where I go, oh, hey, Pig. Think you could follow me back on Twitter, Pigacle? And he goes, no, sorry. I go, okay. That was on stream to about 20 viewers. That was very awkward. But at long last, Pig adds me on Discord. We talk a bit. I do my first recording where I first meet Bitzel, not Nico, and Quig. That video is still up on my channel. It's called When the Hypixel Discord Added. Me and Pig were in the same lobby, so we added to the call, and me and him turned it into videos. I meet them all. I try not to freak out. Bitzel just adds me without... Bitzel's the best, man. He adds everyone. Like, you don't even need to... He's so great. Bitzel added me. Bitzel's the one there who I didn't even know his channel. They all added me. I'm like, Pog? And then I'm like, okay, well, cured a bit of a dub there, didn't I? So, yeah, that's how I get them on my friends list. Now, what other ones are there to tell you all? I know one that you guys aren't even saying. I'm surprised you're not saying it. What about my first interaction with Ludwig? Now, my first interaction with Ludwig was not long ago at all. So, I raid him a couple times on Twitch. At this point, starting to get more viewers when I raid, Not 200 raiders. So, if anyone doesn't understand on the tube, when you raid someone, it's when I end stream and I send all my viewers to their stream and it comes up saying, oh, TommyInnit has raided you with so-and-so viewers. That's all it is. So, I've raided Ludwig a couple times and I'm like, okay, this is pretty pog. It's pretty pog. And then one day, he's like, hey, Tommy, thank you for the raid. A couple times. I'm like, oh, okay. We mean business. I messaged Ludwig on Twitter after I've raided him a couple times because he says in his videos it replies to DMs. He hasn't replied to my previous ones. It's okay. I haven't sent too many. His editor says, hey, you should message him there. So I do. We talk about titles for a bit and then he brings it up on his stream. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I go on his stream and he does this whole thing of making a joke about how in one of my most popular videos, I open it with, the plan is incredibly simple, as in like a meme. So I'm like, oh, this is pog. So I go, okay. This is cool. And then I check my mutual friends with Call Me Carson on Discord. Ludwig is there. After we spoke, I go, Okay. We're in. We've infiltrated the motherland. I message him saying, hey, look, we're gay. It's just me. It's me. It's me. Me. I ask him, hey, you want to call at some point? That would be cool. I mean, I'm pretty busy now. I'm pretty busy at the moment. But if you insist that you want to call me, that would be cool. That would be cool. And then we call. It's pretty cool. One of the days when we're gonna call, literally about a month ago, one of my first ever 1,000 viewer streams on Twitch, like out of nowhere, like there isn't like an SMP Earth War, playing Skybox solo with Dio, and I have 1,000 viewers, and I'm just sat here just to Ludwig whilst Dio kind of tries to talk to my chat because I've noticed he's replied to me, and then he's like, Tommy, what are you doing? What? You are streaming, and your stream is just you silently DMing me. And I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, my first 1,000 viewers stream. I'm spending it DMing Ludwig. And I go, okay. And then we call a couple days later. Then we call. Pretty awesome. And at the end of the call, being the, as Ludwig would say, mogul mover that I am, I say, hey, by the way, maybe you can follow me back on Twitter whilst we're here. I wouldn't mind. You wouldn't mind. I post good tweets. And he goes, well, I don't know if you post good tweets. And I go, well, you're not going to know if you don't follow me. And he goes, yeah. You guys go, the plan is simple. And he says, hey, I'll do a coin flip on stream to see if you can follow me back. And I go, oh, Ludwig, you know what I wanted? Instead of me discreetly asking you in a private voice call to follow me back on Twitter, what I'd like is if publicly, in front of thousands and thousands of viewers, you could do a coin flip to see if you follow me back. That would be way less embarrassing, won't it? And then he goes, the plan is simple. I'm short. And then he leaves, of course. I'm like, okay. Fair enough. So I go in his stream. He talks about it, but I'm streaming when he's trying to do it. I raid him, doesn't do it. And now I'm still waiting on my big coin flip, boys. All right? I'm still waiting. He never did it. The thing about Ludwig is he's not like a big advice giver. He's just a really chill guy. He's very relaxed. It's pretty awesome. Well, gentlemen of the tube, this is it. You've reached the end of the video. If you do enjoy, please do leave a like. That will be awesome if you like this story time stuff. Thank you for watching. This was all streamed on Twitch. Please come over. Now, obviously, as you all know, I always end my videos with a perfectly cut scream. So, ah!